Hello everyone, especially who missed us out. So we are back finally, and we're back with a lot of ideas for the content because last days that we saw, it's a lot of videos, a lot of thinking in the internet, so a lot of information you could find about the war, about the situation and current situation, everyday updates or something like this. So there is no lack of it. And we thought that we could bring more interesting content to you. Better to hear once than hear an explanation or something like this. So let's move on.
Hi, my name is Zhenya. I'm Ira's husband. So you probably can see weird things about Russian mentality. And you can see this around yourself, like in vehicle too. Like, example, like a bucket on the truck. Something like this, or this, something like this. And even now you can buy something like souvenir, so small, the little bucket. And many people buy it and add for self-cars. It's very, let's say, stupid, but many do this. It's like a piece of tradition. What is this? For what? What's the point? And all trucks in USSR must have the bucket. So we have truck, we have bucket, for what? If I said cooling system, you imagine cooling system and you imagine coolant. In USSR, coolant, like a product, doesn't exist until 1970. In 1970 USSR buy Fiat in Italy, and for that moment it was pretty modern car for USSR, and one of the basic needs, this car, this engine, must have self-coolant, and only after that they learn what coolant, what is it, and start to use it. Before that, coolant, it was just water. No distillate, no, just water from anywhere, even from river. I hope everyone know you don't need to put water in the engines. You don't need add water in modern cooling system. So in USSR wasn't coolant and he used water, and in the summer water boiled in the engine. So he put it out and driver must found some water and add to cooling system. For this thing he have every truck driver, every truck has self-bucket. Maybe you ask me about how that work in winter. And here was two basic options. First option, add to water industrial alcohol. It using on north side of the Russian USSR there. It helps don't freeze water in the winter. But it was pretty expensive for all units. And this used only on the north side of the USSR, where the weather was cold almost whole year. And we go into second option. Every Soviet driver know. When he, after work, came in a garage or parking where his car must be stand, they must drain water from the engine, from cooling system, from self-engine and from radiator, and at all must drain out. And in the morning, when he came to start a track and go to work, he must took a self-bucket, go somewhere, bring water and add to cooling system. And even for some Soviet garage, special for trucks, was self-system, boiling hot water, huge tank, and driver he has special point where he can use it. He can add hot water on bucket, or if it's a modern Soviet garage, was special hose to add hot water into cooling system. After that, start that engine and go to work. Then in evening he came back and do the same again. Drain the water from engine, drain the water from radiator or cooling system and go to sleep. Then came again and take self or bucket or special hose and do it again. In the summertime, using just water any water you can find. But in the winter time, preferable to use hot water to warm up engine system, little bit, but warmed up. And even now in the Russian you can see on some old trucks and not so old trucks, pretty modern trucks, yeah, they have the bucket somewhere on the truck. So that's the story. That's something looks like weird, but when I was a little kid I saw many trucks and we play with another kids to found bucket where it were attached. I don't know what you will do with this information, but I know when you see a pretty modern car and somewhere on this car bucket, you just will smile.
This is our mission, to bring smile on your faces and to see what is the real story behind regular things that happen sometimes around you, connected especially to USSR or modern Russia. If you someday saw some different awkward things that happens and you don't know the explanation, please ping us in the comment, tell us the story, and if we will know the answer for sure, we will tell you everything that we know and share with you all this amazing old one stories. See you, bye bye.